The 2017 Subaru Legacy. Is it one of the best overall midsize sedans in terms of safety, reliability, and value? Or is it nothing more than a lame dentist's car? That is the one I want to talk about today in the latest Car Buzz unboxing review. I'm Jay, and this is the 2017 Subaru Legacy 2.5i Limited. And just before I get started, I want to thank DGDG.com for letting me come on down and film this car today. So the Subaru Legacy, it's a car that's very, very popular in the US. It's been around since 1989, and this car, it is the 6th generation. It came out, I believe, in 2014, and it's actually a very, very solid car. But I have a few problems with it, but I think I have more positive things to say about it than negatives. So from the moment you step inside of it, it's kind of bland. There's not much to see here. It's a very straightforward design. I mean, this could be a design that came out almost 5 years ago in terms of styling and all that type of stuff. But we've known for years that in terms of design, it's really not Subaru's strong suit. But as you learn more about this car and Subaru as a brand as a whole, you're going to see that their design doesn't really matter, and in a way it is this kind of conservative, traditional, even a little boxy, chunky design that makes Subaru a Subaru and makes it kind of quirky. But something you have to understand here, and I really believe this, is that today's Subaru buyer is yesterday's Volvo owner. What is a Volvo owner, or who is more specifically? A Volvo owner is somebody who wants value and safety, and they just need a very good piece of transportation, and that's what this Legacy is. Looking at this exterior, again, it's pretty bland. I mean, it has some nice things going for it. I like that character line above the door handles. You do have these nice 18-inch alloy wheels with some gray trim. I do like the gray metallic exterior color. But even though it's nothing flashy, this design, it just doesn't scream, hey, I'm rich, look at me. As opposed to the competition, the Ford Fusion, the Chrysler 200. Those are very slick looking, four-door coupe-like design, mid-size family sedans. You just don't see the same thing here, but this is, again, it's one of the attractions. Just like those old Volvos, they looked like bricks on wheels. This new Legacy, it's not a brick on wheels, but it's not much to look at. But I will say this, design inside and out, it's honest. And its outright honesty just gives it a lot of mainstream appeal. You might also wonder, the Subaru Outback, what is that? It's basically a Legacy. It's just jacked up a couple of inches in ride height, and instead of being a sedan, it's a station wagon. And yet Subaru calls it a utility wagon or crossover. It's a station wagon jacked up a couple of inches. Same platform and engines as the Legacy, and it's been that way ever since the Outback first came out. Alright, so under the hood here, you have this 2.5 liter boxer 4-cylinder engine with 175 horsepower and 174 pound-feet of torque. What is a boxer engine? Boxer as in B-O-X-E-R. Basically, it's a horizontally opposed pistons with the cylinders. They're arranged in like two banks on either side of a single crankshaft. In translation, it's a type of engine that just sits lower. It has a lower center of gravity. And why is that good? It allows the engine to directly flow its power into the transmission, which allows for better fuel economy. Like I said, you have a lower center of gravity, meaning the car it's more responsive in cornering. And it's also safer because, say, if there's a front-end collision, the engine's low center of gravity allows it to drop below the passenger compartment instead of in it. Therefore, it won't the engine won't go right into you. Bear that in mind. The optional engine you can get is 3.6 liter flat six that has 256 horsepower and 247 pound-feet of torque. Both engines are paired to a CVT transmission. Now, looking at this interior a little more closely, just like with any Subaru, the quality is outstanding. It's a Japanese built and designed family midsize sedan. All Subarus have just really, really good interior quality. You can just tell, even by the way the doors close, the sound they make, the quality that is here. And this particular car, it's got leather trim seating, and you can get standard cloth. I would just recommend the cloth. I don't think leather, especially in a midsize sedan, family sedan, it's not worth paying extra for, but that's my opinion. But as you can see, this is a really roomy interior, especially the back seats. And like I said, this dash design, it's nothing thrilling, but it does the job. And for people who buy Subarus, this is all they want. A quality piece of transportation with a lot of value that's very safe and reliable. And I'll get to safety in just a couple more minutes here. But for now, let's start off that engine and see how that sounds briefly. Alright, so the fuel economy for this 2.5 liter 4-cylinder boxer, it's 25 miles per gallon in the city, 34 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined 29. It's actually pretty good for a car that has all-wheel drive, and you got to remember something else about Subarus. They all have all-wheel drive. The one exception is the Subaru BRZ, and that's rear-wheel drive. That is a little sports coupe, and it's completely different from the rest of the Subaru lineup. Performance, it's nothing spectacular. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8.8 seconds. And this is one of the negatives I have about this Legacy. This 2.5 liter Boxer 4, it's just not powerful enough. Even the optional 3.6 liter flat 6, it's still not quite there in terms of power output. Ideally, what Subaru needs to do is bring the 2 liter turbocharged Boxer that's in the new Forester and drop that into the Legacy. That would be perfect. Oh, and ditch the CVT transmission and give it a 6-speed manual. Subaru does build 6 speeds for many of their overseas cars, so it's possible. Now here you have the infotainment system. This is an optional one. This is a 7-inch touchscreen. It has this pretty cool swipe and tap gesture control. I like it. It's a decent enough system. It's called actually part of Subaru's Starlink. It's brand new. It's the multimedia navigation system. It comes with additional services like emergency and roadside assistance, vehicle locating, and remote locking and unlocking. And overall, it works very nicely, I have to say. Subaru's previous infotainment system, specifically its Bluetooth, I couldn't stand it. This is much, much better. It's much more competitive, but it doesn't have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay integration yet. It probably will in a couple of years, but again, I don't think it's necessary, either one of those systems, for Subaru buyers. They just don't care. They're not into the high-tech gizmos that you get in other cars. That goes right back to my argument saying that yesterday's Volvo owner is today's Subaru buyer. But in terms of safety, this is another core ingredient for all Subarus. This Legacy is obviously very much a very safe car. Get a 5-star crash test rating from the U.S. government. It's got standard rear vision camera, blind spot detection, lane change assist, and plenty of airbags. But it also has something brand new. It's called Subaru's EyeSight system. And it's a very, very good safety system. Basically, how it works is that there's a couple of windshield mounted cameras that they constantly actively monitor the road, and they can even react to driving conditions and help avoid collisions. Essentially, it's a crash prevention system and includes so many things in one, and they all work together. You get the pre-collision braking and throttle response management, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, and lane sway warning. And what's nice to note is that Subarus that are equipped with EyeSight is available in every single Subaru on sale today. They receive the highest possible rating in the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, or the IIHS. It's front crash safety test. So that's very, very good. It's not quite autonomous driving EyeSight. It's a few steps down, but I think autonomous driving, not everyone is ready for that yet, and Subaru knows that. And having EyeSight is a very, very good go-between in terms of technology, stuff like that. And now, having the combined EyeSight system and the Starlink, that costs an extra $2,000. Up to you to decide if either one of them is worth it. So how does this Legacy drive? Personally, I think it handled very nicely. It was very well balanced. But like I was mentioning earlier with that argument about the engine and how it needs the turbo 4-boxer, acceleration is pretty weak. And I think it's even too weak with the optional flat 6 engine. But overall, what I really like about this car is it's very comfortable for all passengers. It's very roomy interior. The dashboard, kind of boring looking, but it's very nicely laid out. I like that EyeSight system. And I've even come to appreciate the exterior design. I like the fact that it's an honest design, inside and out. And Subaru does that very well for all of its models. They're honest looking cars. They're never going to be really slick looking or anything like that. And I don't think Subaru buyers even really care about that. So what's the competition? You're obviously going to have a lot in this segment. The midsize family sedan. You have the Mazda 6. Chevrolet Malibu. I did a previous unboxing review of that, the hybrid version. The Honda Accord. You check out my unboxing review of that as well. Toyota Camry. Kia Optima. Hyundai Sonata. Chrysler 200. There's a lot here, and they all started around the same price, about $23,000. Now, the Legacy here, the base price is just under $22,000. The limited with the 2.5 Boxer 4, that begins at almost $29,000. And this car that you're looking at, with the $2,000 option pack of Starlink and EyeSight, it comes to $32,258, including destination and handling. It's kind of expensive, but bear in mind that the average American right now is paying $33,000 for a brand new car. And if taking that into account, this 2017 Legacy Limited is actually a good value. And as you just saw in the trunk, it is a very big trunk, 60/40 split folding rear seats. Just about every feature that the customer who wants a car in this segment is going to require. So yes, is the latest Subaru Legacy, just like pretty much all previous Legacies, kind of lame looking on the outside? Yes. Is it something you can expect your dentist to be driving? Probably. But your dentist is a smart individual. They got through dental school, and they know how to buy a good car. And I think that's a very important thing for everybody to know. What is it that you're getting and comparing it to the competition? And with having the standard all-wheel drive, which you have to pay more for, and all those other competitors that I mentioned, they all come standard with front-wheel drive. This Legacy is an outstanding value. So I'm out of time. Thanks so much for watching. I'll get a full review of this posted on carbuzz.com. Be sure to check that out. Go ahead and subscribe to the CarBuzz Unboxing and Review channel. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up. And if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section below. So until my next review, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.